Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for joining our enlightenment sessions or self awareness sessions, or going within sessions, or following the path of truth sessions. Whatever we may call it, the end result is we are trying to see how we can connect within ourselves. And I would like to thank all of you for taking the time to sit down and be able to listen to whatever we will be sharing today. And as you know, we have been doing a series of happiness because we know everybody, all of us, at all times, if possible, want to be happy in life. The purpose really of life is to do whatever we think we need to do, accomplishments and grow in many ways, many fields. But ultimately, we always look for happiness. So we have been covering different aspects of happiness. If we can be there, if we cannot be there, and what comes in our way, what can we do about it? Last time we had a session about competition and happiness, and today we will do a further part of happiness that comes in its way, if I will say it like that. I think that's better. It doesn't help us to be happy, but it's a hurdle in our happiness, and that is jealousies. And we don't hear inherent jealousies, because jealousy is a thing that comes. It's like it's there. The intensity may be different, but the factor of jealousy is always there in almost all of us. Sometime hidden, sometime prominent, sometime out of control. We are trying to control and we cannot. Sometime we can control and it is there. And they are inherent. And we will go over why it is called inherent jealousies and happiness, and how it relates to happiness, because we want to be happy. And I'm sure at this point, before going into the session, we can all relate to where we stand in terms of this aspect, which falls under negative aspect of characteristics of a person. Like I said, almost all of us have it. When you get to the level of perfection, complete merging into the divine, and divine is always giving without having fear of losing anything. Therefore divine is not jealous, because what it can lose? Nothing. We quite haven't made our way there, and therefore we bring this thing within us, and that's why it's inherent. Why do we have them? What can we do about them? Because that's the purpose, recognizing, okay, we have them. First of all is the admittance, because a lot of us sometimes go, no, I don't have it. Right away we go, I don't have it, I'm very good. That's the way we see ourselves, because we don't want to admit. If I'm admitting I'm jealous, what the other person is going to think of me, and in society there is reputation. So first of all, I need to present me by the lips, because we can only hear the lips, right? Whatever I am talking, we are not developed so much into self-awareness, have become divine, that without speaking anybody can understand anything. So we can hide whatever we want to hide, and we can say whatever we want to say, and the other person will get what I am saying, and I must present myself that I am good. So why do we have them? But and then we will go over some of the things. What can we do about it once we recognize it? And after recognizing that yes, I do have them, how I can be still happy and not let it come in my way of happiness? Because when we know If I know that my car doesn't have that much gas to make it to my destination where I need to go 100 miles, but if I know that at 70 miles it will finish, I'll prepare for 70 miles. Maybe I'll put more food because at 70 miles the car is going to stop. Maybe I'll ask my friend to pick me up after 70 miles. I'll come up with a possible saving things for me because I know that I am going to be finished at 70 miles and my destination is 100, right? So therefore, how I can be still happy after my awareness that where I particularly stand, because as I always mention, this is self-awareness. I'm not worried about what my neighbor does, he have or she has jealousies or no, I'm not worried. It's me, my journey. I want to be happy. I want to recognize why I'm not so happy, and once I recognize this part that is coming in my way to find the happiness, I want to work on it because it's me. I want to be happy. I want to recognize what is bothering me and why I cannot be happy. And when I have recognized it, I want to work towards it because I want to be happy, and I will see how far I can go, and maybe little by little I would learn to completely eliminate from my system, and boom, I will find that I am a lot happier than I thought I could ever be. Because remember, jealousy is only one part. There are many other parts. We talked about competition last time, and there are going to be many other sessions because these are, in a way, negative qualities. They are inherent in us. So why we have them? The very, very surprising thing is that jealousy is such a thing that if there are twins, they are very little. They are like 3 to 4 years old, and they really don't even know what they are doing. But if the mother puts some clothes on one and doesn't put the same on the other, and number one is looking better, the other one is jealous and cries and make noise or gets into fight or do things to gain attention because inside the child is jealous. Why it's jealous? Because the other maybe is looking better or is getting more love from others. He's being more attractive, getting domination, and this the other one who is jealous is losing something. Nothing he is losing or she is losing, but he feels that in the whole horizon, because it is not the similar attraction, similar level, it's losing something. So there is a fear factor that I am losing. There is fear. There can be insecurity that if I don't make noise this time, it's gonna be forever. My mother will keep on dressing this other person, my other brother or sister better, and this other brother or sister will gain more recognition, more better place, and I will be going down. So my jealousy comes up, I start to fight. It's an automatic character. But as we go more and more into it, we realize within ourselves that means we are insecure. That really means that we can take happiness of the other person, and we feel by them being happy, we are going down. We are relating, we are comparing, and we are realizing, okay, we are insecure probably. Then we are looking, okay, that means we have a fear inside us that we are losing our reputation. That's another character. And if we are losing, we relate to so many things. Scared, we are fearful. All these things, when we start putting little by little there, we realize that we have become so small that our existence is becoming questionable for not us, but as others see it. And because we are social animal and we want a similar place or high place in society, we try to prove that, we are up there, we make noise. But when we start making noise, obviously We want something, we are not getting that thing, we are making noise. So what are we doing? We are creating turbulence. When we are creating turbulence, anywhere you create turbulence, you find there is noise, there is some sort of fight, there is some sort of commotion. It cannot be peaceful just by the nature of it. Whenever we are angry, because when we see somebody is getting more attention than us and we get angry, there are so many things coming from our system because we feel we are losing something, and we are in the society, and it's very difficult for us to admit to us that it's okay if that person is getting some attention or some love or whatever, and the position in society is getting higher. It's not okay with us. That is really not the fault of that person. Maybe we need to look within ourselves, and we need to find out what difference it is making to us if we are especially on the path of self-awareness. If somebody is going high, why it bothers us? So let us say we are in a place and we have friends and something is going on, and we know, okay, this person is getting high status than us, this person is promoted right now, this person bought $1 million home, and we are thinking that we are poor. We cannot get all these things, we don't have all these amenities, and our character of jealousy is coming up, right? But at the same time, we don't realize that not only within this room, but even within the neighborhood, we don't know what is going on. And from neighborhood to that entire area or in the town, what is going on, who is getting what, we are not jealous of them because we don't know, we cannot compare. And then you go again to the state, and in the foreign countries maybe somebody is buying a golden airplane, but we don't know, and therefore we don't have anything against them. So when we know someone, they happen to be our friend, why we are so jealous about their progress or how they are performing? If there was a performance and two mothers have their two daughters and one made really well, the other didn't make it so well, there is a lot of jealousy going on because we think, oh my god, this girl got number 3 presentation, my daughter got number 6 presentation. If she was at number 3, she would have made it, and therefore I am so jealous about why the other person was given that opportunity, not realizing it may not be having anything to do with that. That girl did well or not did well or whatever happened, that was her journey and she was moving on that journey, whereas I need to look within myself, accept that however it is happening, look into myself and realize that it is a path that we are walking, and every step that we make there is something to learn, and not get into more and more jealousy, because even with the word, you can see if something is burning, every time it burns, it gets burnt. Now the burnt burns, it gets more burnt. The burn gets burned more, and then it gets burned more. So what is happening? The life force that is easily flowing within that human being, it's getting closed. Why? Because it's getting burnt. The pores are getting closed. So the energy is not flowing. When there is no free flow of energy, there is no happiness left. So we become so much into these negative attributes that we are always fighting, trying to win, and with that fighting and to remove those jealousies within us, we are going down by the day, because we are always in commotion, we are always in opposition. Jealousy is a feeling that is saying I am insecure. Jealousy is a feeling, it is saying I am fearful. Jealousy is a feeling that is saying, save me, I'm dying, mentally, emotionally. I am below someone, whoever we are comparing with, and trying to see we are going down and down. And when we feel more and more fearful, we become automatically more jealous. Because if that person, a person, doesn't have more than me, then I would be the same and nobody would look at me down. So again, our intention rather than being to ourselves goes to others, and we start comparing, and the more we compare, we realize we get more and more jealous about it. And we know because we burn within ourselves. Sometimes we all know we go to parties, we put a lot of nice fake smiles. I'm sure that we all have gone through sooner or later, and when we think about it, and when we walk in and look around in the room, and if we are not of the same status for whatever reason that others are, it makes us like tight within ourselves. But mentally, through the mind, we know that we are in a society, we have to present ourselves well, and we present and we bite the bullet and pass all that time that we need to pass the time. But as soon as we get home, we hate it, we don't like it, because we feel so burnt inside that there is none, zero happiness left within us. We sometimes even feel it would have been better that if I hadn't gone. And we have all gone through that. As I said, some have felt 1%, some have felt 90%, depending on where we are in terms of our self-awareness. And as I'm explaining why we have them, because we are always somehow feeling that we should be better and we are insecure. Other person's success is our insecurity, because if we go into acceptance and take what we have and enjoy what we have and present what we have, there is no commotion of the mind. If there is no commotion, there is no breakdown of the energies. If there is no breakdown, there is no competition, no up, no down. What is the problem? There shouldn't be a need of any jealousy. So look at this example. If there is water in a bigger pot and that pot happens to be round, there is another pot which is pointy and it is long. The other pot is very small, and the other pot is made up of wood, the other pot is made up of glass and of different shapes. But let us see, if they all had water inside them, rather than our attention becoming that this water is what is important to me and my life savior, we start concentrating on the pot. What kind of pot? Who has a bigger pot? Why he or she is showing his bigger pot? Why his pot is made up of glass? Why his is made up of diamond? It's in a way very irrelevant, because none of those pots have value if there was no water inside them that we need to drink. And if we took out water from each pot, regardless of its size, and poured them together, it's all one. We cannot even differentiate. So what about one has big, one has small? What difference does it make to us? Because as we start getting out of these insecurities, all these fears within us, we realize that our path starts to go towards happy. We can all try it. Whatever is being shared, if we were jealous of something, because we know, we say it to someone or no, but we know who we like, who we dislike, because we are under the control of mind. We haven't reached to that level of awareness yet where we see everyone as the drop of water. Like I explained, we always look at their outward things. It's a big pot, small pot, golden pot, this pot, and we start fighting. And if somebody has a thick pot, then we are trying to hit it hard, and that pot is so thick, we are burning our energy. So whatever we do, however we do, we realize that it's not helping us. it is taking us down, down, further down, and our jealousies are becoming more prominent. And with those more prominence, how they are hurting us, because we are the ones who are getting into depression. And we are the one, we cannot go anywhere because we get anxious. We cannot go anywhere and talk to anyone because we get panic attacks. We can't handle it because mind can only handle so much negativity. On the other hand, if we accept what we are, I can wear only cotton and that's totally fine. I wear cotton, I'm happy about it, and that's all I can afford and I accept it. So you wanna be my friend? That's great. If you're not, that's okay too. I don't have to hide anything. Suddenly the positivity comes. Suddenly that fear that would that person be my friend or no will go away. So the flow of the energy starts to mix with the flow of divine. And divine has no worries. As we start blending into that, we start coming out of all these fears and jealousies that we bring within us. What can we do? So first, very important thing about is the recognition, true recognition. Because as I said, when we are in the society, we always think we don't need it, I'm good, generally speaking. Are we truly good? That is the question we need to ask ourselves. And the answer we know. And when we get that answer, we need to hear that answer. And what good is that answer if we cannot walk on that direction? Once we start taking that direction and start moving on to that and becoming ourselves more, more, and more, and furthermore, these fears start to go away because we are now becoming ourselves, and that is what we enjoy more. So recognition, taking the direction, and from that direction to implementation, we cannot expect it will happen overnight, but at least going this way, we stopped and we are trying to go this way where happiness is. And the more we follow these steps, we are going to realize that we are getting closer to happiness. Happiness itself means there is no commotion, there is no arguments, there is no negativity left. And when there is no negativity, everything left is positive. When it is positive means we are enjoying, and that means we are going towards happiness. How to be happy after our awareness gets high? This is the awareness. Awareness is not a magic. Nobody will come and say, here you have 1 pound of awareness and you get 3 pounds awareness. Awareness is a self journey. Recognition, realization, and action. And when we start following on those paths, following, absorbing, taking them in and moving, we are definitely going to realize that we are getting much closer to ever wanted happiness. And I think that is the message for today, that how to bring the jealousies down so we can enjoy the happiness which is everywhere, but we don't feel it because of our own misunderstanding of happiness by holding all these negative attributes to ourselves. Thank you so much for joining tonight's session. Remember, happiness is not too far. It's very close. It's just going within and checking. And I appreciate your time. In case you have any suggestion, comments, or something you would like to share with us, please visit our website, drkors.com. You can write your comments, share these sessions on Facebook, facebook.com/drkors. All these sessions are available on YouTube. Feel free to watch them, subscribe them, or share them, whatever you would like. It's youtube.com/drkors. I love you all, and I will see you next Saturday, 6 o'clock. Thank you so much.